Hello and welcome to Replacement Player Baseball. Today, we are here for Game 2 between the Cubs and Nationals of a day-night doubleheader. The Nationals have taken 2 out of the first 3 games in this series and have actually shut out the Cubs for the previous 18 innings of baseball. So now, in Game 2 of this doubleheader, the Cubs are going to try to reverse their fortunes and break out of this offensive slump. Because this is Game 2 of the doubleheader, Anthony Rizzo's suspension is over, and he is going to be slotted into first base, hopefully shaking up the Cubs lineup a little bit, getting them back into a groove. Lance McCullers is making the start for the Cubs. He is making start number 10 with a 6-1 record, 2.70 ERA, and a 1.35 WHIP. McCullers will be supported by a lineup of Horner, Correa, Rizzo, Springer, Harper, Ramos. We're not going to throw Ramos, though. It's going to be Amaya catching the second half of this doubleheader. Amaya, Tauschman, McCullers, and Paradas batting ninth. And actually, we're going to even go so far as to put Estrada out at third base also for the second half of the doubleheader. And now, Tyler Chatwood is making the start for the Nationals. He was actually a minor league free agent, signed a minor league deal with the Nationals in spring training and ended up making the club and the rotation. He is making start number 9 with a 1-4 record, 5.95 ERA, and a 1.70 WHIP. So Chatwood will have a lineup surrounding him of Turner, Kaboom, Soto, Robles, Eaton, Profar, Rudy Reed, Difo, and Chatwood batting ninth. So let's see if the Cubs can reverse their fortunes against Tyler Chatwood today. It is 66 degrees tonight for the second game of this doubleheader. The wind blowing in still from center now at 11 mph. And the Cubs are coming out to take the field. McCullers is on the mound, ready to face off with Trey Turner and lead off this ballgame. The Cubs on a 2-game losing streak, but still in first place in the Central. McCullers facing Trey Turner. He is looking for the sign. And McCullers is going to deliver the pitch. And there's a grounder to third. Thairo Estrada bobbles it, and Trey Turner's going to be safe over at first. So they're going to count that as an infield single. And now we're going to have to pay some attention to Trey Turner. We're going to start right out with a pitch out to Carter Kaboom and see if we can catch him trying to steal. Let's see what the first pitch is. The runner goes, the thrower goes down to second, and there we go. Trey Turner gunned down. So the first out of the inning, Trey Turner caught on the pitch out in the top of the first inning. And now we're going to face Carter Kaboom with 1 out and nobody on. Full count pitch. Here it comes. And there's a swing and a miss for strike 3. So McCullers delivers a devastating cutter for strike 3, second out of the inning. Juan Soto now the batter. 2 outs and nobody on. McCullers facing Soto with a 2-2 count. Here it comes. There's a swing and a miss for strike 3, and McCullers fans him to end the inning. We go now to the bottom of the first of a scoreless ball game. Tyler Chatwood facing Nico Horner here in the bottom of the first inning. 2-strike count. Chatwood delivering the pitch. And Horner grounds that one to short. The throw goes over to first, and that is going to be out number 1. Chatwood now facing Correa with 1 out, nobody on. 3-1 is the count, and Chatwood issues the walk. That is a ball 4 low, which puts Correa on first. It brings up Anthony Rizzo with his first at-bat coming off the suspension. Rizzo facing Chatwood with 1 out, 1 man on here in the bottom of the first inning. 2-1 is the count, and Rizzo grounds it towards short. The throw goes over to first, and Rizzo's out by a step for the second out of the inning. Correa is able to advance to second on the fielder's choice. It brings up George Springer. 2 outs, 1 man on. Tie ball game here in the bottom of the second inning. Here's a 1-2 count and the pitch to George Springer. And he's going to ground that one to short. The throw goes over to first, and 6-3 is the put out to end the inning. We go to the top of the second of a 0-0 ball game. Victor Robles leading off against McCullers here in the top of the second. 2-1 is the count. McCullers delivers. There's a grounder toward third, a hot smash. Estrada has this one. He redeems himself defensively, throwing out the runner at first for the first out of the inning. Adam Eaton now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. 1-2 is the count. McCullers delivers the pitch. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. McCullers with the changeup, getting strikeout number 40 on the season. 3rd strikeout of this game. Now he's facing Jurickson Profar with 2 outs and nobody on. 2-2 is the count. McCullers delivers the pitch and a swing and a miss for strike 3. So that's going to end the inning. We go down to the bottom of the second of a scoreless ball game. Bryce Harper now leading off for the Cubs against Tyler Chatwood in the bottom of the second. 2-strike count to Harper. Here comes the pitch and a pop-up. Deep left field. Coming in is the left fielder. He plays it on a hop. Wow, I'm really surprised by that. So Harper, with a pop-up to left for a single, brings up Miguel Amaya. Nobody out, runner on first. Chatwood facing Amaya. Here's the 1-2 count. And a pop-up to center this time. Coming in is Robles. He looks up and he makes the catch for out number 1. So now we see that Mike Tauschman is coming up to the plate with 1 out, runner on first. Here's the first pitch to Mike Tauschman. And he's going to drive that one down the left field line. That is going to be playable, however, as the left fielder gets there and makes the catch for out number 2. Harper holds it first, and McCullers, the pitcher, now is the batter, with 2 outs and 1 man on. Chatwood with the 1-strike count, and there's a liner down the left field line. That's going to be a base hit. That might actually drive in the run. Coming into third is Bryce Harper. He's going to stop at third. McCullers with a 2-out double, and now the Cubs threatening as Thairo Estrada comes up with 2 outs, 2 men on here in the bottom of the second inning. Chatwood facing Estrada with a full count. Chatwood delivers. There's a pop-up to left. Coming in is to the right fielder, and he's going to make the catch to end the inning. So the Cubs strand 2. We go to the top of the third of a 0-0 ball game. McCullers now facing Reed to lead off for the Nationals. Top of the third inning. Here is the pitch. There's a grounder to second. Horner has it. He throws over to first. That's going to be out number 1. McCullers now facing Difo. 1 out, nobody on. Here comes the pitch from McCullers. And a liner past the shortstop into left field. That's going to be a base hit. So a 1-out single puts Wilmer Difo on first, and it brings up the pitcher, Chatwood. 1 out, 1 man on. Full count pitch. Chatwood swings and misses. The runner goes down to second, so he's going to be safe. Difo gets the stolen base. Now with 2 outs and the runner on second, Trey Turner is the batter. That is strikeout number 5 of the day for Lance McCullers. So with a 2-2 count, here's the pitch and a drive to deep left field. Looking up is the left fielder, Tauschman, and that is going to be out of the ballpark. So 401 feet down the left field line, Trey Turner has just made this a 2-0 game in favor of Washington. Carter Kaboom now the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. Here's a 1-ball count and the pitch. There's a drive into left field. This time it's going to be playable as Tauschman comes in and makes the catch to end the inning. So the Nationals score twice on the Turner home run. We are going to the bottom of the third of a 2-0 ball game. Nico Horner is going to lead off for the Cubs again here in the bottom of the third inning. Chatwood working with a full count. And that is strike 3 called right at the knees. So Chatwood rings him up for the first out of the inning. And Correa now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. 3-1 is the count. Correa takes ball 4 low and away. That is going to be a walk. With 1 out, it puts Correa on first. It brings up Rizzo. 1 out, 1 man on. Rizzo facing Chatwood with a 1-1 count. And a grounder over to first. The second baseman actually has it. The throw to short and the relay to first. That is a 4-6-3 double play. And the Cubs, I feel like, have grounded into about 15 double plays in this 4-game series. We go now to the top of the fourth of a 2-0 Washington lead. Soto facing McCullers here in the top of the fourth inning. 1-1 is the count. And Soto lines that one over the second baseman's head into right field. That's going to be a leadoff single for Juan Soto. He stops at first. It brings up Victor Robles. McCullers is going to He's going to throw over to first with the first pitch, and quick tag, and he is safe. So let's pitch to the batter now, see what happens. There's a strike with a cutter. We'll throw another pitch, see if Soto holds over at first. That is strike 2. And now, with a 2-strike count, we are going to actually pitch out and see if the runner goes. We're going to pitch out. The runner does not go. All right, so Soto holds it first, and we're just going to go ahead and pitch with a 1-2 count. There is strike 3 called, so Mccullers gets the strikeout with the changeup. First out of the inning, and now Adam Eaton, the batter. 1 out, 1 man on. Here's the 1-strike count, and the pitch, and there's a liner into left. That's going to be played on a hop. That'll be a single. As the throw goes back into the cutoff man, Soto heads over to second. Now with 1 out and 2 men on, Jurickson Profar is the batter. Top of the 4th inning, full count. Mccullers delivers the pitch, grounder up the middle, shortstop has it. He throws over to first, and the throw is in time by half a step for the 2nd out of the inning. Rowdy Reed now the batter. 2 outs, 2 men on. Mccullers working in the top of the 4th inning. 2-ball count. Here's the pitch, and a liner into left. I believe that's going to drop in for a base hit. The run comes home to score from third, and the Nationals now have a 3-0 lead. And Wilmer Difo now is the batter with 2 outs and 2 men on in the top of the 4th inning. Mccullers working with a 1-ball count. There's a grounder over to third. Estrada has it. He throws to first, and Difo is retired to end the inning. So the Nationals score again. They take a 3-0 lead in the bottom of the 4th inning. George Springer leading off for the Cubs here in the bottom of the 4th. 1-2 is the count. Springer waiting for the pitch. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. So that's the 1st out of the inning. Chatwood has strikeout number 2. Brings up Bryce Harper. 1 out, nobody on. 1-2 is the count. Harper grounding it towards second. Picked and thrown over to first. That is going to be out number 2. Tyler Chatwood now facing Miguel Amaya with 2 outs and nobody on. 3-1 is the count. Amaya waiting for the pitch. And hopped up in foul territory. The catcher coming over. Called off by the 3rd baseman, who makes the play to end the inning. So the Cubs go down in order. We go to the top of the 5th of a 3-0 ball game. Mccullers facing Chatwood to lead off the Nationals half of the 5th. There's a 1-ball count. And Mccullers delivers. There's a liner past the 2nd baseman into right field. Tyler Chatwood just earned himself a leadoff single here in the top of the 5th inning. And now Trey Turner is the batter. He hit a home run his last time up. Facing Mccullers in the top of the 5th inning. Full count. Mccullers delivers the pitch. There's a liner into left. Tauschman diving and making the play in front of the wall for the 1st out of the inning. So that was an excellent defensive one-handed play there by Mike Tauschman out in left field. So with 1 out, 1 man on, Carter Kaboom now is the batter. Top of the 5th inning, 2-2 count. Mccullers delivers the pitch. There's a grounder to third. Estrada has it. He throws to second, the relay to first, and that is a 5-4-3 double play. So the Cubs defense coming alive here in the 5th inning. We go to the bottom of the 5th of a 3-0 Nationals lead. Mike Tauschman now the batter against Tyler Chatwood in the bottom of the 5th inning. 1-strike count. Here's the pitch, and Tauschman lines that one into right off of Chatwood for a leadoff single. So now, with Reed behind the plate and Tauschman on first, Mccullers is the batter. He is going to be asked to lay down a bunt right here. Here is the pitch, and he lays down the sacrifice down the 3rd base line. Beautiful. The throw goes over to first, and Tauschman advanced to second. So with 1 out now, and the runner on second, Estrada is the next batter. Bottom of the 5th inning, Cubs down by 3. Estrada facing Chatwood. First pitch, here it comes. And Estrada grounds it over to first. Picked up and stepping on the base is the 1st baseman. That is out number 2. The runner Tauschman will advance to third, which brings up Nico Horner. 2 outs, 1 man on. Horner looking for an RBI, trying to get the Cubs a run here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Here's a 1-ball count and the pitch to Horner, and he pops it up on the infield. The 1st baseman coming in. 2nd baseman actually calls him off, and he drops it. The 2nd baseman, Difo, drops it, and that is, the run is going to score. The runner is safe on 1st, and the Cubs have made this a 3-1 ball game. So Carlos Correa now the batter. The inning extended on the error. Chatwood facing Correa with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th inning. Runner on first. Here's the 1-strike count and the pitch to Correa, and he grounds that one to short. The throw goes to second, and that will end the inning. So the Cubs do score a run on the error. We go to the top of the 6th of a 3-1 ball game. That is the first run the Cubs have scored since the 9th inning of the first game of this series. Miguel Amaya doing the catching still with Lance McCullers still on the mound, and Juan Soto stepping up to the plate for the Nationals. Top of the 6th inning. McCullers working with a 2-2 count. Here is the pitch to Soto. And a grounder over to first. Rizzo has it. He flips to the pitcher covering, and the ball is dropped. McCullers drops the ball. They would have had a sure out. And the error allows Soto to reach base. And now Robles the batter. With a runner on first, nobody out. Here's the 1-strike count and the pitch to a liner into center field. Going back is Springer. He makes the catch for the first out of the inning. So Adam Eaton now the batter. 1 out, 1 man on. McCullers working with a 2-2 count. Here is the pitch to Eaton. And there's a drive into right field. Coming in fast is Harper. He makes the catch for out number 2. Profar the batter with 2 outs and the runner still on first. McCullers working here in the top of the 6th inning. 2-1 is the count. McCullers delivers. There's a grounder up the middle. That is going to be a base hit into center field. Rounding second and heading for third. The throw goes to third, and Soto is going to be safe on some aggressive base running. So now Reed is the batter with runners on the corners and 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. And a reliever is going to be warmed up. In this case, it's going to be Jimenez here in the top of the 6th inning. If McCullers for some reason can't get out of this inning, he says he feels as good as ever. He's thrown 92 pitches. 2 outs, 2 men on in the top of the 6th inning. 1-2 is the count. McCullers needs a strikeout to end the inning. There's a swing and a miss to end the inning. The strikeout strands the runners, and now we go to the bottom of the 6th of a 3-1 ball game. So Jimenez is going to sit back down because McCullers, unless we get to McCullers' spot in the lineup, he's thrown 100 pitches today. But we're going to let him come back out and face the 8 and 9 batters in the Nationals lineup next half inning. Now, Chatwood is facing Rizzo to lead off for the Cubs in the bottom of the 6th inning. 1-strike count. Here's the pitch, and Rizzo grounds it right up the middle. The shortstop is positioned perfectly. He makes the play on the shift and throws him out 6-3 for the first out of the inning. Springer now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. Here is the first pitch to Springer, and he drives that one down the left field line. Chasing is the left fielder. He gets in front of it and makes the catch for out number 2. Bryce Harper now the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. Chatwood facing Harper. We're going to get Jimenez back up. Chatwood facing Harper with 2 outs, nobody on in the bottom of the 6th inning. 2-2 is the count. And there's a drive down the left field line. Very high and very deep, but that is going to be playable. Soto makes the catch to end the inning. So the Cubs do not score. We go to the top of the 7th of a 3-1 ball game. McCullers now facing Wilmer Difo to lead off the Nationals in the top of the 7th inning. 1-2 is the count. McCullers delivers the pitch. And a grounder up the middle. The pitcher has it. He throws to first, and that will be the first out of the inning. McCullers now facing the pitcher Chatwood with 1 out, nobody on. McCullers working with a 1-strike count. Here comes the pitch. And there's a grounder over to third. Estrada dives. He makes the play. Throw over to first, and he throws it away. The error allows the runner to reach base. Second error of the game for the Cubs, and Trey Turner now is the batter with a runner on first and 1 out. And now we're also going to warm up Blake Taylor in the event that we get to Soto. We're going to visit the mound. So we have Jimenez warmed up and ready to pitch. He's going to come in to face Turner here in the top of the 7th inning. Jimenez comes into the game. He has thrown 14 2/3 innings, walked 2, struck out 22 with an ERA of 4.30. Top of the 7th inning, runner on first, 1 out. Jimenez facing Turner. First pitch from Jimenez. He looks for the sign and delivers the pitch, and there's a grounder to second. Horner has it, but it pops out of his glove, so the infield defense continues to be suspect. That's ruled an infield single. However, now there's runners on first and second with only 1 out. Jimenez working to Carter Kaboom here in the top of the 7th inning. Here's the first pitch, and a drive down the right field line. That's going to be extra bases. Kaboom rounding first, heading for second. The ball is in the corner. He's going to have a triple as he slides into third with an extra base hit. So 2 runs score. The Nationals now have a 5-1 lead here in the top of the 7th inning. An RBI triple for Carter Kaboom. And now Juan Soto is the batter. And we're going to visit the mound for Jimenez. He says he's not really laboring at all, but he just got torched for an extra base hit. And now we're going to bring in Blake Taylor to face Juan Soto here in the top of the 7th inning. Taylor is going to face Soto with 1 out, 1 man on. Top of the 7th. Here's a 1-1 count. Taylor looking to deliver the pitch. And here it comes. And a liner down the left field line. That's another base hit. So the pitching change is not exactly successful. Another run is driven in, and the Nationals have now doubled their run total. They have a 6-1 lead here in the top of the 7th inning. Taylor now facing Robles with 1 out, 1 man on, top of the 7th. Here's a 1-strike count and the pitch. And that's low. The throw goes over to first on the pickoff play, and Soto is out. Miguel Amaya with nice reflexes there behind the plate, throwing the runner out at first on a pickoff play. So now with 2 outs and nobody on, Taylor can work on Robles and try to get out of this inning. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and he hits him in the back. So the runner is on base on the hit by pitch, and now Adam Eaton is the batter. 2 outs, runner on first. Here is the pitch from Taylor. There's a pop-up to left center field. Chasing his Springer. He looks up and he makes the catch, which ends the inning. The Nationals score 3 more times. They take a 6-1 lead into the bottom of the 7th inning. And here to lead the 7th inning stretch is former state representative Mike Madigan. So bottom of the 7th, Miguel Amaya is the batter. He is going to lead off for the Cubs against Tyler Chatwood as the Cubs try to stage a rally here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Amaya facing Chatwood with a 2-strike count. Here is the pitch, and he is hitting the knee. So Miguel Amaya heads down to first. So with the Cubs down by 5, Mike Tauschman comes up with a runner on first and nobody out at the bottom of the 7th inning. Tauschman waiting for the 1-strike pitch, and he's going to drive that one into right field. That is going to be caught, however. Man, that looked good coming off the bat, but it was right at Adam Eaton. Made about 2 steps and made that catch. And now, Blake Taylor is the batter. We're going to go ahead and warm up Tariq Skubal. No. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and warm up Skubal. He is gonna have to throw a couple innings of relief here. Well, we could have Patterson with a 5-run deficit. No, we actually need, now that I think about it, we actually need Skubal to start a game because of using Sale in relief in the first half of this doubleheader. So we sit him down. We're going to use Patterson for a couple innings of relief here. All right. Oh, now we need the pinch hitter. All right, the pinch hitter is going to be Danny Santana. He is going to come up with 1 out, the bottom of the 7th inning. 1 man on. Santana facing Chatwood. Here is the first pitch. Chatwood delivers. Santana lines that one in the left field. That's another base hit. The runners stop at first and second. So that's a single for Santana as Miguel Amaya advances to second, and now Estrada is the batter. With 1 out, 2 men on in the bottom of the 7th inning. Cubs down by 5. Estrada is 0 for 2 today. And here's the 1-1 pitch. And Estrada lines that one up the middle for another base hit. Rounding third and heading home is the catcher, Amaya. He slides and he is safe. And so the Cubs now have their second run of this ball game. Estrada with the RBI single. And now the Nationals lead is 4. Nico Horner is the next batter. With 1 out, 2 men on in the bottom of the 7th inning. Chatwood facing Horner with a full count. Here comes the pitch. It is way inside. It is ball 4 and the bases are loaded. Horner draws his 15th walk of the season, which means that Carlos Correa comes up as the tying run in the bottom of the 7th inning. The bases are loaded with 1 out. Chatwood right at 100 pitches facing Carlos Correa. Here comes the 0-2 pitch, and Correa lines that one past the shortstop into left field. 1 run is in. Another runner stops at third, and the Cubs have now made this a 6-3 ball game. So now, with 1 out and the bases still loaded, Cody Reed is coming out of the Nationals bullpen. He has thrown 24 innings, walked 10, struck out 28 with a 3.75 ERA. Anthony Rizzo is the next batter for the Cubs. He is going to come up with 1 out and the bases loaded here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 2-2 is the count. Reed looking for the sign, delivering the pitch, and Rizzo lines that one in center field for another base hit. 1 run will score. The throw goes over to first, to the cutoff man, and now the Cubs have made this a 6-4 ball game. Anthony Rizzo with an RBI single. He has 32 RBIs in the season. It brings up George Springer. With 1 out, the base is still loaded. Here in the bottom of the 7th inning, Reed facing Springer with a full count. Here comes the pitch. And that's a swing and a miss. He swung at ball 4 right there. That would have forced in a run if he could have laid off that high heat. But that was a fastball at 95. And now Bryce Harper is the batter with 2 outs and the bases loaded here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Harper facing Reed with the Cubs down by 2. Here's a 1-strike pitch, and Harper grounds it over to first. First baseman picks it up, steps on the base, which ends the inning. So the Cubs score 3 times and make this a 6-4 deficit going into the top of the 8th inning. And now Jack Patterson coming out of the Cub bullpen. And how are we going to do this? Well, Santana's going to stay in the game and play center field. Patterson is going to come over here, and he is going to slot in for George Springer and pitch. Now, Patterson comes into the game. He's thrown 14 innings, 6 walks, 9 strikeouts, and a 4.50 ERA. He's going to face Profar to lead off for the Nationals in the top of the 8th inning. Here's a 1-2 count. Patterson looking to deliver the pitch. Here it comes. And a liner into the left center field. That'll drop in for a base hit. So Patterson had a 2-strike count and he was not able to convert. And now Reed is the batter, and we're just going to go ahead and warm up Edwin Diaz, because at this point, he's about the last man standing down there in the bullpen. Patterson facing Reed, top of the 8th inning. Runner on first, nobody out. 3-1 is the count. Patterson delivers the pitch. There's a grounder over to third. Estrada has it. He does not make a throw, and everybody's going to be safe. Another infield single for the Nationals. There are now runners on first and second with nobody out, and we're going to visit the mound. Patterson is, as he feels fresh, but he doesn't smell very fresh. He's facing Difo with nobody out, runners on first and second in the top of the 8th inning. Patterson working with a 2-strike count, and that is strike 3 right at the knees. So the strikeout is recorded for the first out of the inning, and Edwin Diaz now is ready to pitch. Christian Walker is coming off of the Nationals bench, and Diaz is going to come in to face him with 1 out in the top of the 8th inning. Diaz facing Walker, 2 men on, 1 out, Cubs down by 2. Here's a 1-2 count. Diaz looking to deliver the pitch. And here it comes. There's a swing and a miss for strike 3. So Diaz gets the punch out with a fastball at 96, and that brings up Trey Turner. with 2 outs and 2 men on, top of the 8th inning. Diaz working with a 2-1 count. And there's a grounder to short. Correa has it. He throws to second. They get the middle runner to end the inning. So Diaz works his way out of the jam. The Nationals are still up by 2 going to the bottom of the 8th inning. And now Okert comes in out of the bullpen. He pitched in yesterday's game. He's facing Miguel Amaya. Stephen Okert has thrown 15 innings, walked 9, struck out 15 with an 8.40 ERA. Miguel Amaya is 0 for 2 today. Here in the bottom of the 8th inning, he is facing Okert with the Cubs down by 2. Here's a 3-0 count and the pitch to Amaya. And that is a liner right up the middle. Miguel Amaya has a base hit. So now the Cubs have a runner on first to lead off the 8th inning. Mike Tauschman is the next batter. And it is time to employ the super secret pinch running weapon, Mallex Smith, for the catcher Amaya. Here in the bottom of the 8th inning. So Mallex Smith is on first. Okert is the pitcher. Reed behind the plate, and we're going to be looking for an opportunity to advance him over to second. Tauschman batting with nobody out, runner on first here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Here is the first pitch to Mike Tauschman. Okert delivering. That is a strike right at the knees, a fastball for strike 1. We're going to run on the second pitch and see what happens here. Here comes the pitch. That's another fastball for strike 2. And this runner Smith holds it first. So now we're just going to go ahead and say swing away, Mike Tauschman. Do your worst. 1-2 count. And Tauschman blinds it into the right center field alley. That is going to be extra bases. Tauschman heading for second. Is Mallex Smith going to score? No, he stops at third. Strangely enough, the third base coach decided to throw up the stop sign. So now the Cubs have the tying run on second base, and Danny Santana is going to be the batter. He is coming up with 2 men on, nobody out in the bottom of the 8th inning. Santana facing Okert. Here is the first pitch, and Danny Santana drives that one in the gap in right center field again. Nearly the exact same spot as the last hit. 1 run scores. Santana cruises into second. He's heading for third. Danny Santana is going to slide in with an RBI triple, and we have a tie ball game in the bottom of the 8th inning, folks. This is a 6-6 tie, and Danny Santana now has 20 RBIs on the season and has raised his batting average to 250. Estrada is the next batter. The go-ahead runner is on third base with nobody out in the bottom of the 8th inning. Estrada facing Okert with a 1-2 count. Here is the pitch, and Estrada grounds it over to second. The throw goes to first as Santana holds. That is the first out of the inning. The infield was drawn in. No good chance to send the runner home there. And Nico Horner now is the batter. Nico Horner is an excellent bunter. Danny Santana is actually quite quick over there at third. So if we're going to try to squeeze in the run to take the lead, this is going to be the chance to do it. Horner facing Okert. He is 0 for 3 on the day, and we're going to try the suicide squeeze. Here comes the pitch. Horner lays down the bunt toward third. Santana coming home. The throw comes home, and Santana is going to be, let's see the ruling, he is out. So the run does not score. There's now 2 outs, and on a very close play, Nico Horner is now safe over at first, and Carlos Correa is the batter. 2 outs and 1 man on. Tie ball game in the bottom of the 8th inning. Correa with a 1-strike count, waiting for the pitch from Okert. And he grounds that one to third, picked up and thrown over to first. That will end the inning. So the Cubs do not score. Well, they don't score the go-ahead run. They score twice to tie the game. We go to the top of the 9th of a 6-6 ball game. And now, so what's going to happen now is that Mallex Smith is going to actually stay in the game and play left field. And the catcher, Wilson Ramos, is going to come into the number 7 spot. All right. So we've got that all worked out. Now, Edwin Diaz is going to face the 2, 3, and 4 batters in the Nationals lineup here in the top of the 9th inning. Diaz facing Kaboom. We're also going to warm up Birdie in the event that Diaz is not able to navigate this in order. So 1-2 count. Diaz looking to deliver the pitch. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. So Kaboom goes down swinging. First out of the inning. And now Diaz faces Soto. 1 out, nobody on. 2-2 is the count. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. Strikeout number 3 for Edwin Diaz. And it brings up Victor Robles with 2 outs and nobody on. Robles facing Diaz with a 1-2 count. And Diaz delivers. There's a swing and a miss. And Diaz strikes out the side in the top of the 9th inning. We're going to the bottom of the 9th of a 6-6 tie. Anthony Rizzo now on the plate facing Zach Britton, who is the new Nationals pitcher on the mound. Britton has thrown 15 innings, walked 12, struck out 25 with a 7.80 ERA. Britton facing Rizzo in the bottom of the 9th inning of a tied ball game here at Wrigley Field. Rizzo swinging away at the first pitch. Britton looking for the sign. And here is the delivery. And Rizzo pops it up down the right field line. Is that going to drop in? It does. Rizzo has a leadoff single here in the bottom of the 9th inning. And now Edwin Diaz is the batter, and we're going to pinch hit with Isaac Paradas. So Paradas stepping up, and if we go to extra innings, it's going to have to be Scubal. So he's going to start warming up down in the bullpen. Paradas now batting with nobody out, the runner on first, and Paradas facing Britton here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Is this going to... because Rizzo is not fast enough to warrant trying to steal. Paradas, excuse me, is not exactly an amazing batter himself, but we got to try to get something going here. So Paradas is going to be allowed to swing away at the first pitch. Let's see what happens. The throw goes over to first. They try to pick off Rizzo. He's not going anywhere. What's he got? 20 stolen bases in his whole career. So Rizzo now, maybe they were expecting Paradas to bunt. Maybe that's why they thought they were going to catch him sleeping. All right. So now the pitch to Paradas. Let's see what we get. That is a pitch out for ball 1. Or maybe it was just way low and outside. I don't know. But either way, that was not going to be a good pitch to try to bunt at. Let's see here. Britton now with a 1-ball count. And there's a grounder over to short. Picked up, thrown to second. However, they only get the lead runner as Rizzo breaks up the double play. And now Bryce Harper is the batter. Paradas on first now is actually considerably faster than Rizzo. So Harper the batter, 1 out, 1 man on in the bottom of the 8th inning. Let's see if we can find a spot for Paradas to steal second. That is a pitch. That is low for ball 1. Harper now waiting for the second pitch. That is a strike. So with a 1-1 count, Britton on the mound. Paradas is going to get sent to second. Let's see if we can steal the base. We're actually going to call the run and hit right here. 1-1 is the count. And the swing and miss. The throw goes down to second, and Paradas is safe. All right. So Paradas has 4 stolen bases on the season. He's now in scoring position. Harper batting, trying to drive in the run. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and Harper swings and misses for strike 3. So that is going to be the second out of the inning, and it brings up Malik Smith with 2 outs, and the runner on second here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Malik Smith batting. He is 8 for 29 on the season with 3 RBIs. Looking to help the Cubs walk this one off. Smith waiting for the 2-strike count, and he swings and misses for strike 3, so that ends the inning. The Cubs strand a runner. We go to the top of the 10th of a 6-6 tie. And now Paradas is not going to be staying in this game. So Scubal comes in to pitch. And he is going to face Ryan Braun, who's going to pinch hit for the Nationals here in the top of the 10th inning. Skubal has thrown 31 innings, walked 12, struck out 40 with a 2.90 ERA. He is working with a 1-2 count, facing Ryan Braun, looking for the sign, and here is the pitch. And strike 3 is called right at the knees. Skubal gets a strikeout to begin this appearance. Now he faces Willie Castro. With 1 out, nobody on. 1 ball is the count. Skubal delivers the pitch, and that's a liner right at the second baseman, Horner, who makes the catch for out number 2. Skubal now facing Reed with 2 outs and nobody on. Here's a 1-2 count, and the pitch. And that is strike 3 looking. Skubal retires him in order. We go to the bottom of the 10th of a 6-6 tie. Wilson Ramos now batting for the Cubs against Zach Britton, who's coming out for his second inning of work in the bottom of the 10th inning. Ramos with a 2-1 count is waiting for the pitch. Here it comes. And Ramos grounds it to short. The throw goes over to first, and that is out number 1. Danny Santana now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. Santana facing Britton with a 1-2 count. Here's the pitch, and Santana lines that one into left center field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Santana heading for second, I believe. He is going to have a stand-up double with 1 out in the 10th inning. So now Danny Santana represents the winning run. He is on second base. Estrada the batter here in the bottom of the 10th inning. 1 out. Estrada batting against Britton. Here's the 1 strike count and the pitch to Estrada, and there's a pop-up on the infield. The shortstop goes over, calls off the third baseman, and makes the catch for the second out of the inning. Nico Horner now the batter with 2 outs and the runner on second. Horner with a 3-0 count takes low and in for ball 4. So the walk is issued, and Carlos Correa is the batter. And now Washington brings in a bad pitcher. Fernando Abad with 22 innings thrown, 14 walks, 22 strikeouts, and a 5.73 ERA. Correa, who is 1 for 3 with an RBI, looking to try to walk this one off to the Cubs with the go-ahead run in scoring position. 2 outs, bottom of the 10th inning. Correa facing Abad. First pitch to Correa. He's looking for the sign. Abad makes the pitch. And there's a drive down the left field line. Chasing and making the catch is Soto to end the inning. Man, Correa hit that one hard, but it was right at the left fielder. We go to the top of the 11th of a 6-6 tie. Skubal now facing Difo in the top of the 11th, leading off for the Nationals. Here's a 2-2 count. And Skubal delivers the pitch. There's a swing and a miss for strike 3. So that is the first out of the inning. Strikeout number 3 for Skubal, and it brings up Christian Walker. With 1 out, nobody on. 2-0 count. Skubal delivers. There's a grounder up the middle. Shortstop Correa has no play. It gets into center field for a single. So now with 1 out, 1 man on, Gulan is the batter. Top of the 11th inning of a tie ball game. Here's a 3-1 pitch from Skubal. Here it comes. Grounder to short. The throw goes to second. The relay to first. And there's a 6-4-3 double play. So the double play ends the inning. We go to the bottom of the 11th of a 6-6 tie. Anthony Rizzo facing Abad pitcher here in the bottom of the 11th. With the Cubs still trying to win this ball game. Here's a 2-2 count. And the pitch to Rizzo. Here it comes. And there's a pop-up on the infield. The shortstop, basically directly behind second base, makes the catch for out number 1. Skubal now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. Here's the pitch from Abad to Skubal. And there's a grounder towards second. The second baseman picks it up, throws over to first. That's out number 2. Next up is Bryce Harper with 2 outs and nobody on. Abad working with a 1-2 count. Here comes the pitch. And Harper lines that one into the gap in right center field. That's going to be extra bases. A 2-out double for Bryce Harper as he heads to second with a stand-up double. So now, again, the Cubs have the winning run in scoring position, and that's going to bring up Malik Smith. 2 outs, 1 man on, bottom of the 11th inning. Abad facing Smith with a 2-2 count. Here comes the pitch. And that's a grounder past the third baseman in the left field. Harper rounding third and stopping. That's a good thing because Soto's strong armed that ball in from left field. That was a really good throw. And now Wilson Ramos is the batter. With 2 outs and runners on the corners here in the bottom of the 11th inning. Abad facing Ramos. Here is the first pitch. Ramos grounds it to the third baseman. The throw goes to second and the inning is over. So the Cubs do not score again. We go to the top of the 12th of a 6-6 tie. Skubal coming out for inning of work number 3. He is going to face Kaboom, Soto, and Robles here in the top of the 12th inning. Skubal looking to deliver the pitch. Here it comes. A grounder back toward the mound. Skubal has it. He throws over to first, and that is out number 1. Now he's facing Soto with 1 out, nobody on. 2-2 is the count. Here's the pitch. And a pop-up on the infield. The third baseman, Estrada, comes over. He makes the catch for out number 2. Skubal now facing Robles with 2 outs and nobody on. 2-2 is the count. Skubal delivers. There's a pop-up to left. Coming in is Malik Smith. He looks up and makes the catch, which ends the inning. So the Nationals go down in order again. We go to the bottom of the 12th of a 6-6 tie. Danny Santana leading off for the Cubs here in the bottom of the 12th inning. He is 3 for 3 with 2 RBIs in this ball game. Here's a full count pitch to Danny Santana. And here it comes. And that is low for ball 4. So Santana draws the leadoff walk. He is now on first. And we have a new pitcher for the Nationals. It is Aroldis Vizcaino. He has thrown 15 2/3 innings, walked 8, struck out 19 with a 6.32 ERA. He is facing Estrada, who is 1 for 5 on the day. Here in the bottom of the 12th, runner on first, nobody out. Gulan is still he has a really strong arm behind the plate. Vizcaino is kind of average at holding runners. So Estrada is going to be swinging away with a 1-1 count, and there's a grounder to second. The throw goes to short, the relay to first, and a 4-6-3 double play erases the runner. Now the Cubs have 2 outs and nobody on, and Nico Horner is the batter. He's facing Vizcaino here in the bottom of the 12th inning. 1-1 is the count. Horner waiting for the pitch, and he grounds it towards short. The throw goes over to first, and the inning is over. We go to the top of the 13th inning. It is a 6-6 tie here in Chicago. Skubal is going to face the lefty Stevenson here in the top of the 13th inning to lead off for the Nationals. Here's a 2-2 count, and the pitch from Skubal. And that's a swing and a miss for strike 3. First out of the inning, strikeout number 4 for Skubal, and it brings up Starlin Castro. With 1 out, nobody on. Here's the first pitch from Skubal. And a grounder towards short. Correa has it. He throws over to first. That's out number 2. Vizcaino now the batter. The pitcher comes up with 2 outs and nobody on. Skubal working. Here is the first pitch to Vizcaino, and there's a grounder to first. Santana has it, or Rizzo has it, excuse me. He steps on the base, which ends the inning. So the Nationals go down in order. We go down to the bottom of the 13th of a 6-6 tie. So Skubal is due up third. He's going to be pinch hit for. We're going to warm up Birdie in case we have to go to the 14th inning. Vizcaino is facing Correa here in the bottom of the 13th with 1 strike count. Vizcaino delivers the pitch, and there's a grounder to second. Picked up and thrown over to first. That is out number 1. Next up, Anthony Rizzo. 1 out, nobody on. Rizzo, maybe he's got some heroics in him here in the bottom of the 13th inning. Here's a full count pitch to Anthony Rizzo. And that's a swing and a miss at a pitch that was outside. That is ball 4, but instead it's strike 3 for the second out of the inning. And now Skubal steps up, and we are going to use our final pinch hitter, Erie Adrianza, with 2 outs in the bottom of the 13th inning. Adrianza is 4 for 24 on the season. He is facing Vizcaino with 2 outs, nobody on. 2-2 is the count. Adrianza waiting for the pitch. And that is strike 3 called right at the knees, which ends the inning. We go to the top of the 14th, still tied up at 6. And Birdie is ready to come into this game. He is going to slot into the number 4 spot right behind Bryce Harper, and he's going to do some pitching. So Birdie facing Difo. He's going to face the 8, 9, and 1 batters in the Nationals lineup in the top of the 14th inning. Birdie facing Difo. Looking for the sign. And here is the pitch. And strike 3 is called. That's the first out of the inning. A fastball at 98, and Birdie now faces Walker with 1 out, nobody on. Here's a 2-2 count, and Birdie delivering the pitch. And a grounder to short. Correa has this one. He throws it over to first. That's out number 2. Next up is Grulan with 2 outs and nobody on. Full count pitch from Birdie. Here it comes. Popped up to left. Coming in is Malik Smith. He has a long run, but he looks up and makes the catch to end the inning. So the Nationals go down in order again. We go down to the bottom of the 14th of a 6-6 tie. And it's time for the second stretch of this ball game. And we are out of guest conductors. So Vizcaíno now facing Bryce Harper in the bottom of the 14th inning, leading off for the Cubs. Harper is 2 for 6 on the day. Here's a 1-2 count and the pitch to Bryce Harper. And he swings and misses for strike 3. That was a fastball at 97. Vizcaíno now facing Malik Smith, who is 1 for 2 today. With 1 out, nobody on. Here's a 1-2 count and the pitch to Malik Smith. And Smith is hit. Well, that's about the best thing that could have happened. Just put Malik Smith on first and let's see if he can run. Maybe he can run all the way around the bases and steal home. So Tony Cingrani now has come out of the Nationals bullpen. He has thrown 19 2/3 innings, walked 8, struck out 16 with a 4.12 ERA. Cingrani is facing Wilson Ramos with 1 out, runner on first here in the bottom of the 14th inning. The first pitch from Cingrani. Let's see what he can do. That is strike 1. That is a fastball at 97. Oh, Cingrani is a 19 at holding runners. I wonder if that's the reason he got brought into this game. Well, anyway, so much for trying to steal a base. Let's see if Ramos can get a base hit. Here's a 1-strike count, and there's a pop-up to center field. Coming in is Robles. He looks up and puts it away for out number 2. So now that brings up Danny Santana. He is 3 for 3 with 2 RBIs today. He comes up with 2 outs and the winning run on first here in the bottom of the 14th inning. Here's a 1-2 count and the pitch to Santana, and it gets away. So that goes all the way to the backstop. The winning run is now in scoring position. A 2-2 count to Danny Santana. Cingrani delivering, and Santana pops it up to right center field. Looking up is the right fielder. Adam Eaton makes the play to put it away and end the inning. So we go now to the top of the 15th inning of a 6-6 tie. And Nick Birdie is going to need some assistance in the bullpen, which is probably going to come in the form of, let's see here, Junior Fernandez? No. Liam Hendricks? No. Chris Archer. You know, Chris Archer threw about a half of an inning in the first game of this doubleheader. I wonder if I could warm him up and use him now in the 15th inning of the second game of the doubleheader. Let's visit the mound and give him a chance to warm up. All right, Birdie now facing Kaboom with the top of the 15th inning, the leadoff batter. Here's a 2-2 count and the pitch, and a pop-up behind second base. Horner going back, he makes the catch. That is out number 1. And now Birdie facing Soto, and Birdie is basically gassed. So we're going to bring in Archer. I don't know if this is necessarily the most intelligent thing I could do, but we need to do something. We're here in the top of the 15th inning. Archer is pitching against Soto. He's actually pitching in both halves of this doubleheader. So now he's facing Soto with 1 out, nobody on. Here's a 2-strike count, and Archer looking for the sign and delivering the pitch. And there is a liner right at the shortstop. The shift was on, and Correa was in a great spot. He makes the diving catch for out number 2. Victor Robles now the batter with 2 outs, nobody on. Robles facing Archer with a full count. Here comes the pitch. And that is a ball 4 low. So that is the The runner draws the walk. He heads down to first, and now Archer faces Stevenson with 2 outs and 1 man on. Archer working. Here comes the pitch, and that is, the runner goes. Archer actually threw strike 1, but the runner Robles advances down to second. Let's see if we can do a pickoff throw over to second. I wonder if we can do that and catch him sleeping. And no. That was a close play, but he dives back safely. So let's do a pitch out now. If they try to steal third, nope, they do not. All right, so ball 1. All right, now we're going to pitch to the batter. With a 2-2 count, Archer delivers the pitch. There's a grounder to short. Correa has it. He throws over to first, which will end the inning. So the Nationals strand a runner. We are going to the bottom of the 15th inning of a 6-6 tie. And Tony Cingrani is coming up back out to pitch against Thairo Estrada here in the bottom of the 15th inning. 0-2 count. Here is the pitch to Estrada, and he swings and misses for strike 3. So now that brings up Nico Horner. 1 out, nobody on. Horner facing Cingrani. Here comes the first pitch to Nico Horner. And he lines that one right up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. Nico Horner with a 1-out single represents the winning run over at first. And now Carlos Correa, the batter. He is 1 for 5 today, facing Cingrani with 1 out, 1 man on. Correa with a 1-1 count, waiting for the pitch. That is popped up right center field. Chasing is Robles. He looks up and makes the catch for out number 2. Which means we now have Anthony Rizzo stepping up to the plate with 2 outs and the runner on first. Cingrani facing Rizzo with a 2-1 count. Here is the pitch to Rizzo, and he lines that one in the gap in right center field. Horner rounding second, heading for third. Robles' throw comes back into the cutoff man, and now the Cubs have second and third with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 15th inning, and Chris Archer is the batter, and we can't even pinch hit for. So interestingly enough, Archer can not only give the Cubs the win, but also give himself the win if he can come up with a base hit here in the bottom of the 15th inning. With 2 outs and 2 men on, the go-ahead run is 90 feet away. 1-2 is the count. Here's the pitch, and Archer grounds it back toward the mound. The pitcher picks it up. He throws to first, and that will end the inning. So the Cubs strand 2. We go to the top of the 16th inning of a 6-6 tie. Archer now facing Castro in the top of the 16th inning. Here's a 1-2 count. Archer looking to deliver the pitch. Here it comes. And there's a grounder over to short. Correa has it. He throws over to first. That's the first out of the inning. Next up, the pitcher Cingrani with 1 out, nobody on. Here's a 2-2 count and the pitch from Archer. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. So that's the second out of the inning. Archer gets strikeout number 1, and now he's facing Wilmer Difo with 2 outs and nobody on. Archer working with a 1-2 count. Here comes the pitch. And a grounder towards second. Horner has it. He throws over to first, which ends the inning. So Archer works a 1-2-3 16th inning. We go to the bottom of the 16th of a 6-6 tie. And now Bryce Harper steps up to the plate. He's facing Tony Cingrani. Leading off for the Cubs in the bottom of the 16th inning. 2-2 is the count. Here is the pitch to Bryce Harper. And he pops it up down the left field line, going back toward the wall. The catch is made short of the warning track for out number 1. Oh, no, it's an error. Soto dropped it, and Harper is safe on second. Man, that is a huge break for the Cubs. And now Malik Smith is the batter. Malik Smith is facing Cingrani with a runner on second, nobody out, and he's going to be asked to lay down a bunt right here. Malik Smith on the first pitch lays down the bunt over toward third. Harper is advancing. The throw goes over to first, and Smith is retired for the first out of the inning. Harper now is 90 feet away. Wilson Ramos the batter. 1 out, and the Cubs and Nationals locked in a 6-6 tie. Here is a 3-0 count, and that is inside for ball 4. So Ramos draws the walk. And now Danny Santana the batter, and Mario Sanchez comes out of the Nationals bullpen. He's thrown 5 2/3 innings, walked 4, struck out 5 with a 3.18 ERA. Santana is 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs and has a chance to end this game right here with 1 out in the bottom of the 16th inning. Runners on the corners. Sanchez working to Santana with a 1-strike count. Here comes the pitch. And a liner down the left field line. That's going to end the ball game. Bryce Harper comes home to score. And the Cubs are victorious 7-6 in 16 innings. The team comes out of the dugout and they're just grateful this is over. So the Cubs split the 4-game series with the Nationals. Who is going to be the player of today's game? This is Danny Santana, of course. Santana, who came into the game... Where is he? I can't even find him. He came into the game as a pinch hitter and got 5 at-bats. He went 4 for 5 with a run scored, 3 RBIs, and drew a walk. And that was as a pinch hitter after Lance McCullers left the game in the 7th inning. So, go figure that one out. Chris Archer gets the win. He threw an inning and 2/3 of scoreless relief. Actually, the entire Cub bullpen was phenomenal today because they contributed 1, 2, 3. Well, it looks like they contributed 9 innings of scoreless relief. Yeah, that's exactly what they did. 9 2/3 innings of scoreless relief in this ball game. So, Tariq Skubal especially deserves an honorable mention for 4 innings of scoreless relief in extra innings. Tony Cingrani is tagged with the loss. He drops to 3-2. And Okert blew the save. So, there are some crazy numbers here. Anthony Rizzo actually sets the National League record with 8 at-bats in a game. He went 3 for 8 in today's ball game. Bryce Harper went 2 for 8 with a run scored. Rizzo 3 for 8 with an RBI. That's just crazy. So the Cubs improved to 28-14 while the Nationals dropped to 21-22. The Cubs getting 7 runs on 17 hits with 2 errors. The Nationals 6 runs on 14 hits with 2 errors. Thank you for watching Replacement Player Baseball.